Bergen gets more than 200 rainy days a year, and somehow it's still one of the best cruise ports in Norway. But with just one port day, what should you actually do? Is the Fløibanen really worth it? Should you choose Mount Fløibanen or Ulriken? And what can you easily explore on your own without booking a cruise excursion? In this Bergen cruise port guide, I show you what's actually worth your time, what you can skip, and how to make the most of your Bergen port day. I'm Bibi, and with me it's time to set course. But first, let's enjoy sailing into Bergen, because on a sunny day the arrival alone is absolutely worth watching. If you want to skip ahead, just jump to the next chapter.
Yeah, hands on the rail, we were almost there. Keep moving on, keep moving on. The dawn is open, the tide is strong. Hold that line, hold that line. The shore is calling right ahead of us. Rise, 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 rise over the waves. Rise, 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 rise into the day. New land ahead, calling our name. Rise, 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 rise. We are away. Now the engines roll and the mast leans proud. Every wave behind us sounds like a vow. Faces turn forward, eyes on the coast. One more horizon, then we become more.
Before we look at what you can actually do here in Bergen, let's start, as always, with the most important things you should know for your port day. In Bergen, people speak Norwegian, but don't worry, English is spoken pretty much everywhere. Shops, restaurants, coffees and local tours are all very easy to navigate as an international visitor. Norway uses the Norwegian krone, but honestly, you hardly need cash. Credit cards work everywhere, even at smaller coffees and local vendors. Norway only uses one time zone across the entire country, so you won't need to worry about changing your clocks while cruising. Bergen is often called one of the rainy cities in Europe, with around 200 to 240 rainy days per year. Sounds dramatic, and honestly, sometimes it is. Even in summer the weather can change quickly, so a waterproof jacket is always a smart idea here, no matter how good the forecast looks. On our last visit we had beautiful sunshine all day, but trust me, that was luck, not the standard experience. Bergen has around 280,000 residents, which means this is a real city, not just a small cruise stop. You'll find everything here: shopping streets, restaurants, museums, public transportation and plenty of things to do. For cruise passengers that means one important thing: you can easily spend an entire port day here without getting bored. But it also means you probably have to prioritize, because unless you're staying longer you won't be able to do everything in just one day. What makes Bergen special is a mix of colorful historic streets, waterfront charm and dramatic nature right outside the city. Bergen has several cruise berths, depending on the size of your ship. Most larger international cruise ships dock at the main cruise pier, which is located about a 15-minute walk from the city center. Smaller ships, including ships like Hurtigruten, sometimes dock much closer to town, which makes exploring Bergen even easier. There's no major cruise terminal here, but don't worry, on your way out of the port area you already find signs, maps and QR codes to help you get orientated. Once you leave the port, it's an easy and very walkable route into town. Once you leave the cruise port, don't expect the city center to start immediately. You first walk around 200 meters toward town. This is where you usually find the hop-on, hop-off buses. From there you can easily continue on foot. Walking into Bergen is very straightforward, and honestly, this is one of those cruise ports where you really don't need organized transportations unless you want it. Bergen feels lively almost immediately after stepping off the ship. This is not a sleepy little fishing village, it's a proper city that's very used to cruise visitors. That means getting around is easy, but there's also one thing you keep in mind. Bergen can get busy. especially around popular attractions like Bryggen or the Fløibanen. Still, Bergen has a really pleasant atmosphere. The old town is charming, and if you're willing to walk just a few streets away from the busiest areas, you quickly find quieter and more authentic corners of the city. Let's start with the obvious highlight, Bryggen. These colorful and dynastic buildings right on the waterfront are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and yes, they're absolutely worth seeing. But here's my honest opinion, the front area along the water is beautiful, but also very touristy and often crowded. What I actually enjoyed more was exploring the old merchant alleyways hidden behind Bryggen. From Bryggen, I really recommend taking a short walk to Norway. It's a quiet street lined with beautiful old wooden houses, and somehow very few cruise visitors seem to make it here. From there, continue toward Fløibanen, the central square of Bergen. It's a great point for orientation and a good starting point if you want to explore the shopping streets or simply wander through the city. And before you move on, here's a small local recommendation. On a street called Marken, you find a coffee called Godbrot. If you stop there, try Kardemommebolle. Now let's talk about one of the biggest decisions you probably have to make in Bergen, Fløibanen or Mount Ulriken. Let's start with the more famous option, the Fløibanen funicular. This is a railway that takes you up Mount Fløyen, one of Bergen's most popular viewpoints. In just a few minutes you'll get incredible views over the city. If the weather is good, the view up here is spectacular. On the top you'll find walking paths, a coffee and plenty of scenic viewpoints. But here's my honest opinion, it can get very crowded. The atmosphere sometimes feels less like peaceful Norwegian nature and more like a busy tourist hotspot. Would I still recommend it? Absolutely, but here's my tip. Take the funicular up and walk back down. The hike downhill takes around an hour and covers about 3 kilometers. Don't worry, it's not difficult. Mount Ulriken feels completely different. This is the highest of Bergen's famous 7 mountains, and in my experience it feels much quieter and more nature focused than Fløyen. You can take a gondola to the top, and once you're there the views stretch even farther. You find hiking trails, mountain scenery and a much calmer atmosphere overall. But there's one important thing to know. The hike back down is more demanding. It's steeper, rockier and definitely harder on your knees. And here's something practical. On the way from Bryggen toward Ulriken, you often find excursion desks where you can book the shuttle and gondola tickets on the same day. If you like to experience Bergen from the water, a rip tour through the fjords around Bergen can be a really fun option. These high-speed rigid inflatable boats take you through the Biford and surrounding waters, giving you a completely different perspective of Bergen and the mountains around it. Now, this definitely isn't for everyone, but if you've already seen the classic highlights before or you're simply looking for something more adventurous during your port day, this can be a really memorable experience. Bergen also works surprisingly well for families if you know where to look. One activity you sometimes find through cruise lines is a troll-themed city treasure hunt. Kids follow a story through the city, solve little challenges and explore places like Bryggen, the fish market and parts of the old town along the way. For children, this can actually be a really fun way to experience Bergen. My honest opinion though, if you're traveling without kids, I personally wouldn't spend the money on it. But for families looking for a relaxed structure for the day, it can definitely work. Another great option is Mount Fløyen. At the top there's a really lovely forest playground, and honestly for many kids it becomes the actual highlight of the day. Even the walk back down often feels like a little adventure through the woods. And the good thing about Bergen, you don't necessarily need a detailed plan. Here's my simple rule for Bergen. Everything close to the city center, Bryggen, the fish market, Grønnevollen, the shopping streets, Mount Fløyen can easily be done on your own. The same goes for Fløibanen and Ulriken. Both are easy DIY options and tickets are usually simple to buy on site. But if you want to go further outside the city, deeper into the fjords or on a longer day trips, organized excursions can definitely make sense. One of the nice things about Bergen is that it's compact enough to explore a lot on foot. From the main cruise pier to the city center, you're looking at roughly a 50-minute walk. From there, it's only a few more minutes to Bryggen and the historic waterfront area. If you only have 4 or 5 hours in port, my recommendation would be to focus on one main activity, either Mount Fløibanen with a walk back down or Mount Ulriken with some hiking. Then add a relaxed walk through Bryggen, maybe Norway, and stop somewhere for coffee or lunch. Let's talk quickly about cost, because Norway is definitely not a cheap destination. Here are some roof price expectations. The Ulriken shuttle bus is usually around €8. The Ulriken gondola costs roughly €21 one way or around €35 round trip. The Fløibanen funicular is usually somewhere between €20 and €25 return, depending on season and ticket type. And trip tours usually range between €19 and €110, depending on duration and operator. What should you do first? My biggest recommendation: start your day early with anything that could involve waiting times. That means Fløibanen or Ulriken in the morning. Bryggen, the old town, and the city center aren't going anywhere. Here's our honest version. Fløibanen is really easy and works for almost everyone. Even the walk back down is very manageable and does not require special fitness. Ulriken is more active. Good shoes are a must, and the downhill trail can be harder on your knees. If mobility is limited or if you're traveling with younger children, Fløibanen is usually the better choice. Bergen is honestly one of the most versatile cruise ports in Norway, and one of the few where you can easily file in an entire day without needing an organized excursion. If you enjoy combining nature and city, Bergen is a fantastic stop. If you're looking for hiking and quite a scenery, Mount Ulriken might be your perfect choice. If you want spectacular views with less effort, Fløibanen and Mount Fløibanen are probably the better fit. And if you're traveling with kids, Bergen works surprisingly well too, between the playground at Fløibanen, the harbor area, and family-friendly activities. You don't need a perfect plan here, but if you put just a little thought into your day, Bergen can easily become one of the highlights of your Norway cruise. If you like to plan your Bergen port day in a little more detail, I've linked additional information and helpful resources in the description below. You'll also find more cruise port tips on my website. And just a quick note, some of the links may be affiliate links, but that doesn't change the price for you. For now it's time to cast off, and I'll see you on the next one.
Salt on the sail, the harbor breeze, a slow good night. We leave the shore before the night. The tide leans in, the oars go still. I hear the hush before the fill. Your voice says low, we're almost free. The dark makes room for what will be. Into the open blue. I'll follow you. The day fades out, the waves rise tall. We'll answer it all. Lanterns dim along the dock. A final knock, a final look. The moon comes up on fractured white and paints our wake in silver light. The wind turns sharp, the canvas wakes. 100 stars begin to break. Your hand still knows the way to steer, and every mile feels clear, feels near.